Hello guys, we're finally gonna get around to building these tiny tanks. I have this set, which is the Chameleon, Aquarium, and Turtle. And then I have the second set that they put out that we will do next week. So these don't have a whole lot of pieces. 52, 53, 53. So I'm just gonna do all three of them in one video. And then we'll do the second set in the next video. Does look like I need some scissors, so give me just a second. Okay, so I went ahead and cut them all open. So we're going to do them in this order here. So we'll do the Chameleon. These are from Block Tech. These came from Five Below. I've had this set for probably, I don't know, 9 months to a year. The other set, I think, came out about maybe 6 months ago. Okay. So this has a lot of big pieces. Each one of these bags has a clear piece in it. Sorry, I keep coughing. I've been sick for over a week. Alright, so it looks like we don't have a lot of steps. We only have 8 steps, which makes sense because most of these pieces are pretty big. I'm going to move these clear pieces until we need them. All right. Okay. So we're going to start with one of our base plates. There's their stupid branding. And then it looks like we need 12 of these pieces. So there's 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So looks like that's all of them. Sorry. And we're just going to put them around the outside. These are regular size pieces, so these aren't micros or minis. But they don't want to go together very well. Which is pretty common for Block Tech, unfortunately. They do really cute stuff, but their quality is not very good. Like, I'm sure you could probably recreate this in Lego, but gosh, Lego Pick-a-Brick is so expensive to get shipped because they charge you a handling fee, obviously, to pick it, but that's more than the Pick-a-Brick. So this is what we have. And now, oh look, one of these has a little thing on it. So we need one of those and 3 of these, and then 1 of the 1x4s. So the one with the Chameleon on it goes in the front. Okay, so that's now our front. And then this one goes next to it. And then let's put this one, put the one with the stupid thing here. Oops. so that it'll be covered up. So it only says one of these, but you actually need all of them. You also need one over here. And then, so here we have a 4 and an 8. So now we're going to take this 8 and we're going to put it across here so that these two are connected. Maybe we are. These really do not want to go together. Then we're going to do the same thing on the front. So see, we have the 4 here and then the 8. So now we have the 8 and the 4 is going to go here. Okay, so that is our base. Now this other big piece is going to go on top. Okay. Really does not fit well, but there we go. So now we have our whole base. Now, step 4, we're going to start decorating. So we have this little guy that's a mushroom top, and it's going to go on the brown base. And it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to take a single dot and we're going to put this cylinder on top of it. And that goes 1, 2. Then this piece here, these 3 flowers are going to go on here. And that's going to go here. Oops. Oh, come on. Then we have this piece gets a leaf and a leaf and a little stick guy. So this way we do the green leaf. Oh, upside down. Do the dark green leaf, light green leaf, and then the little tri-leaf shoved in the middle. There we go. And this goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that goes there. Alright, so now we have our decorations. This orangey red is very bright compared to everything else. Now we're going to do some more decorations. Here's our chameleon, and he has a frog friend. So the chameleon goes on top of one of these little pyramids. And let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so he goes back here. And then next to him, we're going to use these other little pyramids. So that makes his little mountain there. And we take our other pyramid and put our little frog on it. And that frog goes over here. No, he goes back here. And then this little 3-prong little piece is gonna go in between these dots. And then we have our leaf, our 2 leaves actually. So this leaf, goes on top of this thing we created. And then this leaf goes behind here, right there. Okay, so there's all of our decoration. We got our chameleon and his little frog friend. And I guess we could turn him to kind of face out. There we go. Now we're gonna build the tank part. So, if you're someone who doesn't like plastic, these are not kits for you. I get it though, putting these little clear pieces in their own packages protects them from getting scratched up, because it wouldn't look nearly as nice if it was all scratched up. I mean, that's what a real aquarium usually looks like. After you've had it a little while, it gets all scratched to hell, but okay. Let me get rid of all this. So we're gonna take one of the long pieces and it goes in the front. And see, there's a lip here, so it's concave. So the base, and then it's rounded. And it kind of slides under there. Oh, come on. Does not want to snap on there. Okay, there we go. But you can see here, this little piece is kind of going over that lip. And then we're gonna put the other one on the back. I am almost worried I'm gonna break this. Oh, now I'm worried about building 6 of these. Now we're going to take the smaller pieces and make a double height piece. And then those are the ends. Alright, so now we have our little aquarium with the sides, and it's going to be open on top like most terrariums are. Then we're going to put our finishing pieces on top. So we have 2 long ones, 2 short ones. Alright, so there we go. There is our first tiny tank. It is the Chameleon and his frog buddy. So we're going to set that aside. There's what it looked like. So next we're going to do the Aquarium. This one has 52 pieces, so this one has one less piece than the other two. Looks like this one has less decoration on the inside, but it has like a cabinet on the bottom. So we're gonna start with the white piece. So this one uses all the white pieces first. And here's our little branding. None of these pieces have a decal on them. So first we're going to take one 1x8. We're going to use the one with the branding on it. Gonna go back here. And then we're gonna use 1x6s on the sides. So our cabinet is white with gray doors. And then in the front, we're gonna use a 1x6. And then two 1x1s here. And then the center is going to be this nice smooth piece, because that's going to, I have a feeling this is where the doors are going to hinge. And this is going to go right here in the middle. So that's step one. Step two, we're going to take another 1x8 and go back here, and two more 1x6s. And we're going to do that again. It doesn't show it, but we're going to do it twice. Because it says one 1x8 and then two 1x6s, but right here it shows three things on each side. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then we're also going to use these two single pieces that are super tall. These go here, because we're making our little cabinet doors now. So there we are. This one does not want to go down. Their quality is really not good. Okay, so there we are. And then we're going to put our little doors. These are so cute. And obviously the hole goes on the bottom because it's going to go there. So there's our doors. So here's our tank stand. Now we need a 1x6 with dots on. Oh, here it is. This is gonna go across here to hold these two doors together, but also it makes this flush now. Now we're gonna put this big piece on. Alright, so there we are. So there is... These don't open. Okay, there we go. So there's our cabinet. I think this would probably work as a like display or toy for maybe Bratz size dolls. I don't know if that would be, because they're like 12 inches. But this is also where it, so see here it showed you having 3 pieces already, but then it shows the next of these to be here. So they got a little out of order with their picture. Now is where we're gonna start putting decorations. So this one has another fern leaf and this curly fern leaf. And these 2 hair brushes are going to be used as decor. Then we have our little dark green 3 spiky thing. We have another dark green tube. 3 pink flowers. 1 orange flower and 1 yellow flower. So we're going to take 2 of the pink flowers and stack them. And we're going to stick 1 hairbrush in the stack. Then we're going to take the other pink flower and we're going to stick the another hairbrush in it. We're going to take the tube and we're going to put the fern frond in the tube. And then we're going to take these 3 spiky and we're going to put the orange and the yellow flowers on it. The orange one doesn't want to go on. Alright, it's just going to have to go on like that because I don't want to go on the other way. So, in the back corner, we're going to put 1 hairbrush. And next to it, we're going to put the second hairbrush. We're going to skip a dot, and then we're going to put the fern, the curly fern. In front of the hairbrushes, we're going to put the long fern. And then we're going to put the flowers up here kind of towards the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they go in between the dots like it did on the other one. That is not the easiest thing to do. It's gonna go on a dot because I'm not gonna force it. Sorry, had to go get something to wipe my nose. Alright. Next, we're going to do the rest of our decor. So we got our coral thing here. We got our fish. We have a single dot, a square with a single dot. We have our little crab. A clear square dot. 2 different types of claws. A yellow circle dot. A black circle dot. Red and white. Okay. So we're going to take our clear square. We're going to put our crab on it. And our crab goes right up front here next to the flower. I'm going to turn him so that he goes around the flower. Okay. So he's pinching the flower. Then we take the square. We put the coral on it. And then, let's see, we turn it this way. So on this spike, we put the red dot. On this spike, we put the white dot. On this spike, we put the yellow dot. Oh, I missed a step. The black dot is supposed to go on the square. And then the coral goes in the square, like that. Okay. There we go. Now, we're going to take the 2 claws and we're going to stick them together. And we're going to rotate it so that this claw is going one way and this claw is going the other. The rounded claw is going to attach to the coral. And then the fish, we're going to grab him by the tail in this claw. So there's our fish on our coral. And that goes 1, 2, 3, 4. That goes right here. So the fish is by the flower and the crab is by the flower. So you got a lot of overlapping stuff in this one, and it's because this sticks out so far. We have to have room for the walls. So now we got to open all of our walls. Gotta take a break here. Sorry, I knocked something over again because there's so much stuff in here. So it looks like we have the same pieces we had before. Oh, this plastic is so staticky. Okay, so hopefully these will go on a little easier than the last ones did. Nope, not really. Oh my goodness, it will not go on. Whenever I can't get the blocks to go together, I always feel like I'm doing something wrong. Like, it can't possibly be that they're just that bad of quality. It has to be that I'm doing something wrong. But I know that's not usually true. I said we were going to do the other tiny tanks for next week, but I'm wondering if I have the motivation to do the other tiny tanks this quickly, because these are not easy to put together. So we put the sides on, now we're putting the smooth finishing pieces on. And I'm glad these end pieces go across all of them, because it pulls it together so that everything's kind of held together a little bit better. So there is our aquarium. It's open on top again, but it has the little doors that actually open. For the most part, they open. So there we go. That is number 2. So number 3 is our turtle, and the turtle looks like it's a shorter tank. It doesn't have as much of a base on it. And it is also 53 pieces. Oh, this one is bright colored. This one also only has 8 steps. So we're going to start with the yellow flat piece. Oh my gosh, look at that little guy. Oh no. So we're going to take 4 of these. They're 1x4s, but they're like bubbly. 2 1x2 bubbles. 4 of these little single dot pieces. Oh, there's the 4th one. Okay. We're working with yellow now. And then 8 of these black pieces. So these are interesting. These are a single dot on top, a single dot on the side, but then they have this little like porch piece, and they're open on the back and the bottom. And there's 8 of those. So we're going to start off by putting a 1x4 on each side. Oh, look, this one has the branding here, so we can't hide it. And then we're going to put the 1x2 right behind it. And then 2 more 1x4s there. So that's cute. I like how it's got texture. And then we're going to take these little black pieces and they're going to go all along the front with the porch facing out like that. Okay. Right, and then these 4 are going to snap on top of these. Looks like that's where we're getting most of our decoration from. So that actually looks like little drawers. So once we get this all put together, it'll look like it has little drawers across there. Next step is the other big piece. So as you can see, this one is much shorter. Now we're going to make the inner part here with all these dark green pieces. Because it's a turtle, so he'll have like moss and grass that he hangs out on. So we're going to start with this smooth green piece here. And then a dot. And then another dot. And then this 1x2 to fill in the space. And then the back row is all dots. And then it has us go ahead and put one little flower right here in the middle. So there we go. So there's our little kind of mossy grass area where the little guy's gonna hang out. Next we start doing decor. So we have another one of these kind of coral looking pieces, except it's brown this time. We have a brown stick piece. We have another crab and our turtle. They're both in this section. Just gonna push these out of the way because that's gonna be the top. And then our green spiky thing, our leaf, our flat light green leaf, our curly fern, and then another flower and another flower. So we're gonna take our green leaf. We're gonna put this fancy flower on our green leaf, and it's gonna go on this back piece here. Then our coral is just gonna stick on this piece next to it. So nothing happens to our coral this time, it's just hanging out. Next to it is our curly fern. They've got to kind of turn so they'll both fit. Now we're going to take this green piece and we're going to put the yellow flower here. Then we're going to put our little crab, looks like, on this one. The brown stick is going to go on this little knob, and the green stick is going to go on the main knob. Ouch. These are really hurting my fingers. So that's our little piece there. And this goes with the crab towards the back, and it's going to go right here. And then our little turtle goes on this last dot here. So you can see how his little feet are made so that he'll just snap right on there. Okay, so there's the inside of our tank. Now we gotta open all these pieces again. Looks like we don't have as many pieces this time. This one's not as tall. Even the glass is not as tall. So that's why it has less pieces, I think. Okay. So we have 2 1x6s and then 4 1x4s again. So the 6s go on the sides. And then the 1x4s go across the front and the back. And once again, they're concave so that all the little pieces that stick out can go inside. Okay, so these went together a little bit better. You can still see they're a little crooked until we get these pieces on. So this one has straight pieces and corners. I'm going to start with the corners just so I can get it straightened up. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to go find that because that went on the floor. Alright, so there's our corners. So that gets all the pieces kind of straightened up against each other. And I'll put these on. Alright, so there is our little turtle tank. It's open on the top as well. The turtle tank, I think I would leave open, but I don't know that I would want a chameleon and a frog in an open tank, because I'm guessing those guys could get out. So this one also had 8 steps. So these are cute little builds. They were fun, but they did hurt my fingers, and they're just not that great a quality. I know they're Block Tech. I know they come from Five Below, so yes, they're cheap. I think those were like $3 a piece when I bought them. And every time I go, I still see some there, so they weren't very popular. But here they all are. Well, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed these. If you're not subscribed, please do. And if you know anyone else who might be interested in knockoff Lego videos, please send them to my channel as well. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.